This here is from Depp Delusion, and it seems they got wind, of course, that Johnny Depp will be playing Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol coming up, major Hollywood movie from Paramount, and of course they're saying on Reddit that people are crapping on Johnny, everyone's laughing, it's gonna be nothing. The title, obviously, Johnny Depp to play Scrooge in Christmas Carol movie from T West. Now, I gotta throw this out there, and I know people don't like it, but at this point, that's okay. Now, I think from about 4 or 5 years of looking through probably tens of thousands of comments and hundreds of profiles, that Amber fans are generally a little further than center left. Every time I check an account out of like hundreds, it's one of two things. They're obviously on the left, or I can't tell. If they're right wing, I've seen it like once every 8 months to a year. There are very, very few obvious right wing people supporting Amber. That's just how it is. That's from 4 years or more and looking through tens and thousands of comments and profiles. Now, my point of saying this is that Reddit, from what I understand, is a very left-leaning platform. There's a lot of left-leaners on Reddit. And I mean further than center. I'm not talking about the regular common sense person. I'm talking about further than center. So even if this is true, and even if this person saw Johnny getting really crapped on Reddit, it's not because it's a widespread thing. It's because Reddit has a very heavy fan base that typically dislikes Johnny anyway. That's my point. The reason I'm posting this is because the horror and movie subreddits are both just absolutely crapping on Johnny. It's making me so happy. Love to see both realizing how awful he is and not wanting this. Made my day. Ha ha. So yeah, this person claiming widespread Johnny, hate on Reddit. It's almost poetic that a studio that's now owned by a MAGA oligarch family, Paramount, is making this movie. With that said, it's very tone deaf of T West to sign on for this. Then they've got some long thing here. I'm not going to read the whole thing about that guy on the island and his woman partner, who we all know. This person says, sadly, T West has always been tone deaf. He made a horror film about Jonestown and made the survivors and their families very upset. Don't know much about it. The fact that people were accusing Amber of being a bad actress when she was on the stand immediately raised eyebrows for me. I just laugh and go, her? A bad actress? Yes. We are all pretending that all Depp's performances and behaviors on set in recent years don't exist then. I swear, people excuse a man's bad acting if it means attacking a woman at the same time. So in this person's crazy worldview, if a guy attacks a woman, his bad acting will be forgiven. That sounds like a Family Guy joke or something. There's no way in hell to derive Johnny as a bad actor. If this person watched Donnie Brasco now, they probably wouldn't know that was Johnny playing Joe unless they saw the name. And in that case, I guess they'd still say Johnny was a bad actor? I mean, they might know, but I don't know. I'm sure there's definitely a Johnny movie out there you could sit them down in front of they've never seen and not realize it was Johnny. Could you do that with Amber? I don't think so. Amber Heard gets blamed for his career falling off the same way Yoko gets blamed for the Beatles breakup. Oh, God, man. Yeah, Yoko was definitely partly to blame for that. Not the whole thing, but yeah, Paul has pretty much confirmed that. I've seen Paul in concert 3 times. I'm here in Japan. I've been here 18 years. And the level of Paul's Japanese was actually pretty surprising. He had the translator on the screen, but he got through, I'm going to say, at least 1/3 of the concert in Japanese. I thought it would be, good evening, see you next time in Japanese, maybe a little, thing here or there, like a one-liner. But no, he was actually speaking in sentences. And one reason he learned some Japanese was to tell Yoko Ono in her own language not to do things while she was in the studio. And if you go to that extent, I would say you weren't very comfortable working with somebody when you were recording music. And they go on about Yoko Ono a little bit more. God, that narrative. Then when you dig in, Paul and Ringo repeatedly saying she's great. And the Beatles movie proving she had no interest in being there, let alone take over. The woman who broke up the Beatles was more interested in organizing her purse than controlling the sessions. I don't know about that. And the reason is she actually has some vocals on a few Beatles tracks. One of them's Revolution Take 9. Her voice is on there. Also, she recorded with John quite a bit. Luck of the Irish, Happy Christmas, and a couple of others. If she really wasn't interested, would she be singing on the fucking tracks? No. I guarantee I know 10 times more about the Beatles than these people. But they're just looking at narratives and making things about gender. I'm sure the 5 people who watch this will enjoy it immensely. That beside who wants another interpretation of A Christmas Carol. It's just one of those things that they keep making over and over. And this person mentions that Robert Eggers is also making A Christmas Carol. I heard with Mad Mickelson. This person says Willem Dafoe, but I'm pretty sure I heard Mad Mickelson. Whoever it is, they're saying they hope it outperforms Johnny. Which is, one reason I would just honestly like to see Johnny's do better. I don't want to hear it if it doesn't outperform. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subbed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.